Hey guys, in this week's tip, we're going to continue with our month-long series here in December of SMS reporting and our countdown to some of those lesser-known reports. This week, we've got numbers 4, 3, and 2. So let's jump in. You can see I'm in SMS Pro in my basic reports menu. I got there by hitting the reports button here on the main toolbar. This first report we're going to take a look at this week has to do with coupons. Everyone knows about the extended promotional capabilities within SMS, but with all that capability and all the promotions available, sometimes it can get a little hard to determine what the heck we did, when we did it, and how we did it. Well, this week we're going to take a look at the electronic coupon reporting in a couple different flavors. The two electronic coupon reports we're going to review aren't the easiest to find. I'll show you how to get there through the menu tree, but then I'll also give you a couple other hints to find them as well. So from the main report menu, we're going to want to click on the Others section, then into the filters. You'll see the two electronic coupon options down here at the bottom. We'll step into both of these reports in just a second, but I want to remind you there's a neat little search tool right over here on the left-hand side. If you click on that and say you can't remember where the heck the report is, simply come in here and type in coupon, for instance. Hit the launch button over here to the right and you'll get the results. You'll see that I already ran this query, and you can see too that both our electronic coupon reports are here, plus it tells you where to find them in the Others menu under the Filters section. Alright, so I'm back at the main menu here with the electronic coupons listing here. We're going to go ahead and select this first one for the main list. You can see that it has an option to order it by code, description, or value. But before we hop into the report, I want to remind you that the other thing that we can do if you have trouble finding these reports, click this Add button over here in the top right. It allows us to save the report to a preferred reports page. That main page we get when we hit the reports button up here in the top toolbar. Or we can save a task, which sticks it out there on one of the manager's dashboards. On one of those Buy, Manage, or Sell tabs. Okay, enough of that stuff. Let's run this baby. To do it, just simply click the Launch button. When the report pops up, you'll see I've got plenty of examples, but not a lot of usage history in my sample. But I think I have enough here to give you the idea of what's in this report. Let's review the results of this report. The main purpose is to give you a down and dirty listing of all the electronic coupons that are set up within your SMS system. Remember, SMS sets up electronic coupons as items. That allows our promotion engine to be as creative as your mind can think and allow you virtually an unlimited number of promotional options. Okay, let's review the data that we get real quick. We start off with a coupon type, whether or not it's related to a specific customer level or maybe an item and any corresponding subdepartments, the UPC of the coupon, a descriptor, this cumulative section over here. What this is, it's an identifier for the quantity, the amount, the weight, whatever the heck the coupon is using. This quantity column, that lets us know if we need to hit a certain amount or a specific quantity for the coupon to be active. Same with the amount and the weight as needed. And this last section over here, method, it's an animal all in itself. The method is really where all the magic behind electronic coupons resides. It allows us to do the buy this, buy that, get this type of thing within the electronic coupon. It's a tutorial in and of itself, so we'll do that at a later time. So the best thing to do is scroll down the report a little bit, show you all the options that are available that come in the report. Then I'm going to hop over here into the user help file because that's really your best resource for examples on how to create electronic coupons. If you search on the words electronic coupon, you'll get the examples shown right here. You'll see per page 5 different examples, then below that specifics on how to set up those coupons. Now if we go back up to the top, hit more examples, you'll see that we can keep scrolling through and there's all 20, 25 or so of these examples with more to come. Really a great resource for you. So I'm back to the electronic coupons menu listing and I want to run through this next report for you real quick. It's pretty simple. It's called the Items with Electronic Coupons. And as we run in and launch this thing, basically what it does is show you all the items that trigger electronic coupons. It's a quick and easy way to find those. So you'll have the UPC here, then you'll have the coupon that's associated with it here along with the descriptor and then the value of the coupon if there's one associated with it. All in one simple report. Okay, let's take a look at the second report in this week's tip. Let's say that for whatever reason, cashier monitoring is one of your major concerns and issues. Boy, have we got a report for you. From the main reports window, click on Financial, then Operator. Then we're going to look at this operator multi-total with 5 operators on one page. Let's click that. You're going to get that all too familiar interface that allows us to pick the period. For my purposes, I'm going to pick the month. We could also pick a specific date range. We could also do operator range. We could do totalizer range. And then if we have multi-store, we could set the store or region as well. I'm going to go ahead and launch this thing and let's take a look at what we get. So let's check this out. You can see we're able to compare 5 different cashiers all on one page for the date range that we ran the report for. At the top of the first page, we see some specifics on the sales within the transactions for that range. At the bottom of the first page, we can see some very detailed data on the tender types for each cashier. If there was any AR activity, right here at the bottom as well. Then if we scroll over to page 2, and I bring the scroll bar up to the top, you can see we have the same cashiers that we had on page 1. And now we're taking a look at what was going on within the drawer with pickups, loans, that sort of thing. If I go over to page 3 here, scroll back up, same 5 cashiers. We're looking at things like item discounts, some other information on the taxability, some information on checks, and then some really interesting information here at the bottom on statistics, where you can see things like no sales, number of customers, items scanned, items keyed, all that by those same 5 cashiers. Then we can go to the last section for this first half of the cashiers. Same 5 cashiers again, and you can see we would have any continuation of the statistics here, plus some info on what was going on with our loyalty program if we have one deployed. Now, if you happen to have more than 5 cashiers, no big deal. Just keep going through the report, and you'll see again, we got 5 new cashiers this time, and the report structure will be the exact same, starting off with specifics on the sales and tender on page 1, then we go to page 2, 3, and 4, and so on. Alright folks, we're getting close to that number 1 spot. In fact, we're at number 2 right now. Let's go ahead and jump into it. We want to take a look at Markdown reporting. The old cliche is that grocers run their businesses on pennies, so hopefully this report will help them keep a few extra ones in their pocket. To get there, all we do is click Subdepartments, then Items, then we're going to look at the 2 Markdown reports right here in the Markdown section. Let's take a look at the view by subdepartment first. We click it, that all too familiar menu pops up. For my purposes, I'm going to select a month. We also have the option for a date range here. We could select specific subdepartments here, and then we've got the old multi-store thing that we could do here. From there, we're simply going to click Launch. The report pops up, and let's take a look at what we got. So the data in this report is summed up at the subdepartment level. You can see that we have net sales here, which would be net of any store coupons, discounts, or markdowns. We have some average costing information here and the profit percentage based on that average cost and net sale. Some specifics on coupons, discounts, and those markdowns would be listed here. If we were to sell at retail, this would be the selling price here. If we were to sell at retail, this would be the profit percentage here. And since we sold at a markdown or a discount of some sort, this is the difference in margin right over here to the far right. As we scroll down, you can see all the subdepartments are listed, and then we have a grand total at the bottom. So this view allows those store owners to manage those markdowns and those pennies at the subdepartment level. Let's go back to the main menu and see if we can take a look at the item level. Okay, I'm back at the subdepartment item report menu, and we want to take a look at markdowns now by item. It's also going to list them by subdepartment, but the item level is a good thing. I need to select month for my data. You can also do the range just like before. We can set up the department range like before, and we have that ability to do multi-store here. We can also determine what type of item code here that we want, if we want to put the UPC, maybe an alias, or maybe the vendor code. And then from there, let's just launch. With the report open, you'll quickly see the difference. Although we're still sorting on subdepartment here, we're listing more specifics with each item within that subdepartment here, and then the exact same data that we looked at in that report just a second ago. Now, at the item level, we can see sales net of any coupons, discount, or those markdowns. We can see what we would have sold it at retail and the impact of the sales, discounts, or markdowns listed right here. Again, another great tool to allow store owners to manage those pennies. Well, that's it for this week's tip. If we all make it through that mine apocalypse scheduled for this coming Friday, I'll see you back here next week for the #1 report within SMS. Until then, have a great day.